Okay, so this video is to help you with entering data, getting a line of best fit, and then finding the R value, the slope, and the initial value of that line. So first we need to get the data. I'm split my screen, so hopefully you can see both. I recommend doing that, especially when you're trying to enter data from a different application. So here's my data set on the right. So I'm going to come up here to this plus, go down to table. Now, first and foremost, you got to decide what you think the independent variable side of the data is and what you think the dependent variable is. So do I think the odometer affects the price, or do I think the price changes the odometer? Obviously, for me, I think the odometer affects the price, so I'm going to put the odometer side in. So I'm going down here to put in my data, just like you saw in class yesterday if you were there. And then 15, 99, and 99. And then I'm going to go over here to the Y list that I'm choosing, my dependent data. And I'm entering that in. And here is this, 35. And 13. Now, I don't need this up anymore, so I'm going to make this bigger. And you'll notice I don't see my data because look at the window. Personally, I go over here to fix the window. I don't like a lot of white space in my window, but I do like to see the axes, so I leave a little space there. And it looks like my X data tops out at 99, so I want to leave a little side there and maybe go to 105. And then my Y data, again, I want to see my X-axis, so I leave it a little bit below. And then it looks like my Y data maxes at 50. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a cushion on top. And you'll see there's my data. Now, your data may look a little different if you make your window different. But the next step I got to do is go right here over to my list on the left, and I got to type in Y. I'm going to put this 1 there to make sure that it knows to use this data set. You can see it'll say, oh, that's the one with the 9 things. And now I'm going to use a tilde, which is to the left of the 1 on your keyboard. You hit Shift. It's also on the Desmos keyboard under the ABC menu. And then I'm going to type in M because that's the universal letter for slope. X1. You'll notice a line now. And then I'm going to say plus B because that's the general form of a line equation. It's called the slope-intercept form, as I hope you remember. And now what's really important is that you see this is our R value right here. It will always be there. And you can see in this case, it's negative 0.8679, which means it's really strong. 2 things that tells us. 1, there's definitely a correlation between the X data and the Y. It's a strong correlation. And the second thing it tells us is that we can do a pretty good job if we use the line of best fit to estimate information we don't know. So if I wanted to know the price of a car with 70,000 miles on it, I would trust this equation to tell me pretty close to what it should be. Here is the slope and the y-intercept. I want to be able to write that equation into another application, so I want to go ahead and round it. So I might type y equals negative 0.335. I'm rounding right there. X. And then plus 42.88, maybe around there. And I can look and see that you have that line is completely covered. So that's a really good estimate of the line of best fit. All right, I hope that helps. We will talk to you later.